today's video is another travel diaries video. If you don't know, Chris and I take a trip all the time, and this trip was a freebie trip for us. So we just wanted to share our memories of this trip with you guys and for our future memories for us. And we'd show you videos and pictures throughout the video of what we experienced or what I'm talking about if I have them, and if I don't, I won't insert anything, obviously. So let's just talk about this trip. So this trip happened back in October 20th, 2017, and we had ended the trip on October 23rd of 2017. This trip was because my mother, me and Kenna's mother, was getting married, and they decided that they wanted to get married in a place that they both really loved. It's kind of like my whole family loves that place. So they wanted to get married in Colorado. So we got this trip because we were going to be a part of their wedding, and that's kind of the reason, and that's kind of the reason why we got this trip. So let's jump into our first day of our trip, which of course, if you've watched all of our videos before, our first day seems to be our travel day, and we don't do too much. But I do remember I did take a lot of pictures, and so let's just talk about day one, shall we? Okay, so I have my notes down here on my computer, and I'm just gonna talk to you about our first day and what we did. So, what is going on? My computer is like, somebody is typing on my computer. What the heck is going on? Okay, anyways, so our day one started with me and Chris. At the time, we were living at his parents' house. And at the time we decided that we had to get there super early. My mom kind of decided that. So we ended up getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Because my mom wanted to leave at about 5 o'clock in the morning. So at this point we already had our bags packed and everything. All we really had to do was make sure Panda was kind of set in stone. She was our only dog at the time that we had to worry about. So we got her all situated. We said our goodbyes with Chris's family, and then we decided to go to meet my mom at my mom's house. My mom and his parents live in the same town, so it was like maybe a 15-minute, 10-minute drive, so it wasn't a big deal for us. Once we arrived at my mom's house, we packed up our stuff into the car. At this point, they already had some of their stuff in the car, and they were still getting things together because there was 5 of us going on this trip. There was Kenna, Chris, and I, and then my mom and her fiance, Dave, at the time. But in the vehicle ourselves, my mom's fiance, Dave, had already gone up there a couple days beforehand, so he was already up there, so this was just the 4 of us going in one car. So it was a lot of bags and everything. So we ended up packing up, and we ended up leaving at about 5 o'clock, 5:30ish, somewhere around there. Because we really had to get to the courthouse in Colorado because my mom and her fiance had not gotten their marriage license yet. And if you don't know how a marriage license works, you have to have that in the place that you're getting married. Since we live in Nebraska, they couldn't get just a marriage license here and then go to Colorado and get married. They had to get one in Colorado, and I think you typically have to get one in the town that you're going to get married in, at the county's courthouse, I guess you could say. So we had to make sure we got there and early enough that we can get the marriage license and get things ready to go, because this date was a Friday and courthouses are not open on a Sunday or a Saturday, so of course we had to make sure we got it right away. So when we were driving, there's like a gas station that also has like a McDonald's in it. We stopped to go to the bathroom, and we decided to get some breakfast because we were all hungry, and it was gonna be a long 8-hour drive, 6-hour drive, something like that. So after about 6 to 8 hours of driving on the road, we finally made it to the courthouse for my mom and her fiance to get their marriage license. They ended up having to go in, they gave their information. Me, Kenna, and Chris had to sit in like a waiting area just because we weren't allowed, because that's like private information kind of thing. So they got their marriage license done, we were just sitting there talking, and it was really simple, easy, wham bam, 15 minutes maybe, 15-20 minutes to get it done, and then we were out the door. So we went back to my mom's car and my mom's fiance's car, truck, or whatever, and we were just talking about like what the game plan is, what we were gonna do. I took some pictures, I can insert them for you. That we decided to do was we were gonna go to the grocery store. We were in Fort Collins, Colorado, if you don't know. So we decided to go to a grocery store because we needed to get some food, some drinks for the weekend and the party, the wedding party and everything. So we like went through the grocery store, no problem. We got a bunch of different things because we were going to go up to the mountain. So essentially there's no grocery stores up there. So it'd be like another hour to 2 hour drive back down if we needed something. So we were trying to make sure we had everything that we needed for the wedding party and also for our own like food, because we can't just starve up there. So after we were done there, we decided to, I think my mom and my sister wanted to stop at this place, and my sister ended up getting like a hat or a jacket or something. I don't really remember that part very much. But after we were done in town, basically, we ended up traveling up the mountain. We stopped at a place called Mishawaka. It is like a restaurant, bar, grill kind of thing. They had like burgers, steak, you know, pretty much you can name it. They pretty much had it. We ended up stopping there, and we had to wait for my mom's fiance to get there. So me, Kenna, and Chris decided to take some photos because they had a really pretty like river or whatever in the mountain area. So I will insert those photos so you get to see what I'm talking about here. And at this point, it's really nice fall weather. It's like 60 degrees outside, so it's really nice, which is not what I was expecting being in a mountain. I was expecting it to be a little chillier, but it's actually not that bad. We ended up going in after my mom's fiance got there, and we ate some food. I don't really remember what we ordered. I don't have a picture of that, so just whatever. And then after that, we ended up going back inside. And then after that, we loaded back up and we went all the way, the rest of the way up the mountain to our cabin. I think we went to a place called Trade Post Resort. It's like a bunch of cabins. It's a place that you can rent out to stay. So once we got there, my mom's fiance checked us in because I guess he was the one that was renting it out. I really don't know. We ended up going up to our cabin. I took some photos of it. I'll insert here. We ended up unpacking the car and everything. My mom's fiance ended up leaving, and my mom ended up taking us down to see my mom's and Dave's friend's cabin. He lets them rent, lets them use it as long as my mom's fiance does some fixes things and does some work around there, which he doesn't mind because he gets to use the cabin and favorite place of his. So they always go there every summer, and every summer I was always busy. So I never got to see this place. This is my first time seeing it. Of course, Chris's first time too. He's never been there. And this is my sister's I think second time seeing it. She went down there once before, I remember. But other than that, she doesn't really go down there because she doesn't ever feel good down there. So while we were there, my mom gave us a little tour. It's a cute little cabin. I don't have any pictures because I just feel like that's a private thing. We took some photos in the back though, because there was again this river and the mountains in the back, and it was just really, really gorgeous. So we took some photos, so I will insert those here. My mom and Dave, my mom's fiance, were talking to a guy up there. They were friends and everything. And then we ended up getting to hand feed a wild bird. I do have video of it. I think I have McKenna's video and Chris's video. I don't think I have my video, but I will insert it if I can find it. But again, I will insert those videos for you right now. Bird is flinching. I was talking to the bird. I wasn't worried about her. I was talking to the bird. The bird is scared? Yeah, I brought the oh my god. Hey. So sweet, little fella. I thought you were all fucked up. You did it. Probably doesn't have to be quite so confident now because his belly. So his confidence is getting a little off. It was just a really cool experience that I think is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. It was not a pet bird, it wasn't trained or anything, it was literally a wild bird that we were hand feeding. It was crazy. After that, it was getting pretty late, so my mom decided that we should go back up to the cabin and get settled in for the night. So we went back up to the cabin and we kind of just ended up taking showers, getting ready for bed, and just kind of hanging out, and then we ended up going to bed. That is kind of the day one of this whole trip. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've ever been to Fort Collins, Colorado. And subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notifications so you're notified when we post every single Friday. This is KMcers Whatever, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!